What up? What up, though? It's your boy, 800 the Stiz House. God, man, form. The Prophet de jour, baby. What's up? It's your boy, man. What's going on, everybody, man? It's another, beautiful day out here in the Minnesota land. You know what I'm saying? So I know everybody getting it good, getting it turned up. You know what I'm saying? Got to be. It's nice out, bro. It's got to be. It's got to be a lot of outside going on. You know what I'm saying? For real on everything. So, me, get that love. That weather is beautiful, man. I'm checking the weather, man. It's supposed to be raining pretty soon. Couple of days, man. People hate on the weather, man. No matter what it is. People hate on the weather, man. When it's cold out, they want it to be hot. It's hot out, they need to be a little bit cooler. When it's raining, complaining. You know what I'm saying? So, the one thing about me is I always talk about being, getting outside of your backyard. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people get outside of their backyard. I think that a lot of people just grow up in their neighborhoods. For real, like a lot of people probably just grow up in their neighborhoods and that's it, So just kind of getting outside of your neighborhood is a big thing. And when I decided to move to California and go to film school, learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I think one of the things that I always attributed to that move was it taught me how to appreciate four seasons, man. I just, waking up Christmas morning. I talk about this all the time to people. Waking up Christmas morning and it's palm trees, 70-something degrees out. It's just a totally different feeling than how it is from being raised in the Midwest, where you have all four seasons and you have your winters, and you wake up on, wake up on the morning, snowy morning, and go play in this, open your toys up and all that kind of stuff, and then go out and play in the snow and having dinner, Christmas dinner, just appreciation for it. So I appreciate, that's why I suggest getting outside of your back door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my bad. I'm just I keep looking in the camera, man, because my stuff is tight. You know what I mean? My homegirl, Debbie, you got, I'm talking about. Yeah. But yeah, man, stop complaining about the weather, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though the weatherman position, that job is like the illest job, the most easiest job in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the one place you can lie and can't be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's even more push for you to do it than anything. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 65 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rain in the morning, but it'll be gone by nighttime. Boom, clear skies all day. Oh well. Well, tomorrow is gonna be sunny and high of 95, 65, 35 in a blizzard. Oh well, put a coat on. You know what I'm saying? So if you one of those type of people that's interested in going in the career of being a weatherman, I mean, it's you know what I'm saying, it's lucrative, it's dope. You don't do nothing. You know what I mean? I pull shots. Y'all know me. I pull shots. That's it. I'm just talking crap to these people. You know what I'm saying? These weather people, man, they cool. But I make fun of them though, because they got the easiest job. They ain't got to do nothing but lie all day long. Shoot, I don't know how many times I've thrown on a jogging suit and went somewhere and was sweating my butt off, man, because they told me it was gonna be cold. But anyway, that's another day. A topic for another day. Oh man. Yeah, all my peoples out here. All these Minnesota boys out here moving around, making moves in the NBA. The Jones brothers, Trent, Chet just won a trophy. Jalen in the game. Coffee in the game. It's a couple of signed two-wayers. But man, they in the game right now, man. They making moves in the league, man. So big ups to these young fellas, man. Representing Minnesota the way it should be. I feel like we got a lot of talent. I feel like we get back to, I always said this, if we get back to just teaching them how to play basketball the right way, I mean, talent's everywhere. You can find talent anywhere. Teaching them the basketball the right way. Who knows? Might be able to go there. But going there is actually what we're going to be talking today. Just about going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people talk about getting there. And it's so funny. It's so funny because they be like, "Oh yeah," all kind of jokes, right? People talk about all kind of stuff. People talk about. We all talk about each other. It's crabs in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? The oppressed takes the traits of the oppressor. And that's kind of what we're living in now. You know, we're living in the crabs in the barrel where it's like, okay, rather than working together and building up to get out of the barrel, we're grabbing the person that's above us and pulling them down so we can be above them. And you know, so on that accord, you know what I'm saying, it can be difficult for us to get back to um teaching that good basketball because we're not using that village mentality. It's not understanding, okay, this man has an aspect that he comes in with, that this man has an aspect that he comes in with. You bring them aspects together and you build a stronger foundation. Um so but I mean, you know, it's still positively charged. I mean, everybody still has the same motion, the motivation of making young people better. And as long as we can do that, man, you know what I'm saying? As long as that's at the front for, as long as that's at the forefront of everything, you know what I'm saying? I blessings to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about everything anyway. You know what I'm saying? What I speak to. So, you know what I mean? You listen to what I say, blessings to you. And if not, pass it on to the next person, man. Move on by. So, but yeah, making it to the thing. Yeah, making it to the thing. So, the way I put this was titled it what I told my little brother because blessings from the Most High, he was able to make it to the next level. He was able to get 8 to 10, was it 9? It was 9 years. He got 9 years in the NBA. So was it 10? It's either 9 or 10, one or two. But so he was able to make it there. Right, it's a very difficult road, man. It's a very difficult road to make it there. Man, it takes a lot to get to that level. You know what I'm saying? To be able to play on that floor, you know. And one of the things I know I really wanted people to be aware of is that a lot went into this person developing into a person that could go to that level. You know what I'm saying? Because I put up a post today talking about the age ranges of development, player development. I think player development is a very exciting part of sports. But it's separated, right? You got to understand the separateness of player development and skill development, you know, and coaching, right? All three are different. You know what I'm saying? Player development, skill development, and coaching. All three are different, right? It's very rare you can find somebody with all three. It's very rare. But coming here, you found one. anyway, but no. So player development. I think that player development is one of the most looked over phases because I think a lot of people think that training is a kind of a spinoff of player development, so that trainers can kind of feel like they're player developing, and then coaching, you kind of coaching the kids, so you feel like you're developing the players, wherein that has really nothing to do with player development at all, because player development starts with the first word, the player, right? The skill development starts with the first word. It's about the skill, right? You know what I'm saying? And then coaching, it's about the coaching, right? Where player development, it's about the player. So it's about developing the inner, you know what I'm saying? And I've labeled it before learned behavior, right? I think this is what the biggest part of player development is the learned behavior part, right? You want to get kids to understand how to play basketball like they breathe, right? See, I'm sitting here breathing, right? I'm not sitting up here saying, hey guys, do you hear me breathing? Right? I'm not saying that, right? Because it's just natural. I just know to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's called a learned behavior. My body has learned to do that so that it automatically does that. That's one of the biggest, excuse me, that is the biggest thing when it comes to me when I coach, when I've trained and as a player developer. That's the biggest thing, is trying to make the things that I'm teaching you learn behaviors so they're just natural, right? Shooters. What do they always say? You talk to guys like Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Allen Houston, Steph Curry. You talk to these guys, they got you. You got to have a short-term memory as a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Short-term memory is it's a learned behavior, right? Because we all got memories. We all create memories. We all create moments that our mind remembers, right? But how does your mind process those memories? You see what I'm saying? So over time, you become accustomed to having that memory, boop, pushing it to the back, next memory. That's how shooters roll. Because shooters be like, boop, I missed that one. Shit, I airball. Matter of fact, I shot it over the backboard. But guess what? When I come down next time, I'm shooting it again. See what I'm saying? So, and that's a learned behavior for them. So now it's natural, so that when they come on the court and they shoot a shot and they miss it, their teammates gets the rebound, they move to relocate to another spot, they shoot it again. It's a learned behavior, right? Because a regular person doesn't have that type of learned behavior skill. Even though they are a good shooter, they'll probably shoot the ball, miss it, airball it, and they we get the rebound, kick it back out to them, and then they like, oh, they pump fake, they hesitate. They ain't got that learned behavior of having that short-term memory. So learned behaviors are the best way to kind of go into player development, because you want to make sure you're getting the things that you're teaching that player to be innate, to be something that's just inhabitable of them, something that they just do naturally, like breathing. So in essence, right, if you need to understand what that learned behavior means, like breathing, right, something that you just do naturally, you don't even think about doing it. It's the same thing when you want to teach sports. When you teach these young kids things, you want them to be something that is just natural to them, right? Even like discipline. That's why we try to go hard on them when they're young, so that they understand that discipline is a part of it. Waking up at 5 a.m. is a discipline thing. That's a discipline thing, right? It might be because you got something to do at 6 that you got to get up for, but even getting up for something at 6 o'clock, you chose that thing to get up for 6 o'clock because you believe that you can get up at 5 o'clock and get ready for it, right? So, but it becomes innate. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes natural. It just becomes something that they do. And in basketball, football, their skill position, you want it to just be something that they just automatically do. You know what I'm saying? Tennis, golf. Shit, man, golf is all about learned behavior. You have to literally learn the correct stance for you and your body for you to hit that ball correctly. And it has to be consistent all the time, which means that eventually you have to consistently over and over do it again. And then it becomes a learned behavior. Hey, man, look, this stuff, man, I know I didn't make some of this stuff up, bro. I didn't just create some of this stuff out of thin air. Some of this stuff people have heard before. You know what I'm saying? It's just the God telling you. You know what I'm saying? I know. Like I said, as he said to Moses, when people ask him why they can't talk to him, say, because if I talk to him, man, their heads would explode. I get it. So take what you can. Blessings. If you don't, wasn't meant for you. And so some of the learned behavior things that I did for my little brother, and I made sure I put this on my post too. When I talked about what I was going to talk about today, I said that I didn't know what I was doing when I was young, but I know now. So yes, now I'm coming at you guys with this stuff, with this 4-stage breakdown. I didn't know that that's what I was doing to my younger brother back when I was doing it. But now when I look back and see his road and my involvement in it, I know what it was that I was doing, and I have a label for it. I just didn't know that I was doing it at that age. But I'm going to let you know how I did it, though, too. Take it what you want. Blessings. If you don't, pass it to the next person. So look, first thing we did was, as an older brother of someone that's 5 years younger than me. Nowadays, 5 years is a century. It's with generations, how generations work now. 5 years ago, it was similar, but partially, into another generation. But now, 5 years difference, a 5-year age gap between two kids is a generation. So they are two totally different generations. You know what I'm saying? They do too much different stuff, right? So me being how I was, 5 years older than my brother, I think one of the biggest things that I wanted to do was hurt him. Right now, this is brotherly love stuff. This is brotherly love now. Don't get me wrong, because most of the stuff that I'm giving you guys information came from unconditional love. That's why a lot of you guys won't be able to incorporate this into what you do, because a lot of you really don't have unconditional love. You never even felt it. You never been given it before, so you don't even know what it is, right? So this came from a place of brotherly love, which is unconditional, part of that unconditional love family tree, right? So when I'm giving them something, I'm giving it to them because I love them and hate them at the same time. But anyway, so I'm going hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, everything you're doing, you got to do it the best. Matter of fact, when you do it, ain't good enough for me. I ain't like it. I don't care. He's, how old is he? About 8? No, we were competitive. You know what I'm saying? That's real young age, competitive. Just pissed me off because he was born when I was about 5, 6. He was born when I was 5. She took all my attention. You know what I'm saying? I was I was that dude, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, he was a cute little baby. I'm like, oh, man, this player, man. So, so my get back was to always, go after him, you know what I'm saying? So he running around all the time, running from me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get at him, right? So at a young age, he's running a lot, you know what I mean? Get to about what? I think it was about 8. It was 8. And broke his arm, right? I remember broke his left arm. They said that he broke his arm in 10 places between here and here, and basically shattered like glass, right? So, what do you do, right? As a brother, what do you do? I tell you what I did. He says he wants to go. He told me. This is the thing. If you always listen to everything I say, it always starts out with the kids said, like a kid said, right? That's my stories, because it's most of the time when I'm dealing with children, it's not because of what I'm saying or what I'm trying to tell them to do. It's because they told me that they want this. They told me they want to be great. They told me they want to go to the league. They told me they want to go D1. They told me they want to play varsity basketball. So I'm like, okay, you tell me that, bet, right? So breaks his arm, got some cast on. We at the crib. We out of daycare. I told y'all before, we got pulled out. Mom pulled us out of daycare. So we at the crib, and he's like, Ty, I want to go play basketball. I'm like, all right, we can go play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm an older brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna take my little brother want to go hoop. Fine, let's go hoop. You know what I'm saying? We go to the little local Richfield church where we hoop at. We grew up at. Went to daycare there, so they knew us. They know us. So they let us in there and hoop. And we get on the court, and we playing around or whatever. And he coming to the lane, and I smacked that ball, boy, all the way down the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? Down the road, bro. I said, go get it, man. So he comes back. He goes get the ball, comes back, comes to the lane again. I smacked. I just little one hand, little finger. Get that out of here, man. Right? He like, Tyler, what you doing, man? He's like, yo, I'm just trying to make a shot. I said, no, you can't make no shot in here. I said, you got to make your shots from out there, bro. Said, you can't make it in here. He cast on, bro. He got a cast on, bro. So he out there trying to dribble, catch the ball, It's the only way you're going to get it. Mid-ranges and threes is the only way you're going to get it. The only way you're going to get it is in little pull-ups, player. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, these are moments where I didn't know what I was doing. Then I was just being a big brother. I had that unconditional family love, so I'm going hard on him because I love him. He telling me he want to hoop. So I'm like, all right, bro. I don't care about your broken arm. You said you want to hoop. So I'm going to hoop with you. Guy ends up with a pretty good shot when he gets older, too. He turned out to have a pretty good little shot, too, when he got older. Just saying. So, little dude doing his thing, man. He growing up, stretching out a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Mom just like, yo, Tyler, take your brother with you. Huh? Like, man, I'm about to go. Mom, I'm about to go with the squad, bro. I'm about to go with the squad, Mom. Why I gotta take him, man? I'm about to go with the squad, man. We about to click up. It's about 5 of us, man. We about to click up, man. We gonna go run the courts, mom. Take your brother with you. Like, God dang, man. All right, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. So we leave. Here he come. Dribbling that ball. I said, okay, from now on, every time we go somewhere, and now listen to what I'm saying, man. This is why when you think back on it, you think about what it was, right? When we went somewhere back in the day, we had to ride the bus, right? So we didn't have, everybody in the families didn't have cars, you know what I'm saying, like they did back in the, like they do nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that has a license in the house has a car, right? We didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like moms rode the bus to work. You know what I'm saying? We was, you know what I'm saying? We was low key. You know what I'm saying? We was from the bottom to the top for real. Like all these stories people talk about all these raps about. No, we was bottom to the top for real. For real. So I'm like, dude, you go with me, man. You got to dribble that ball where we go. And there were some days where, because we lived all the way on 62nd and Nicollet, you know what I'm saying? Which is like on the outskirts. It's literally, you cross the street, you're on, if you cross the street, you in Richfield. That's how far South Minneapolis we live. Like really on the edge of South Minneapolis. So it was some days where the bus didn't come from 60th to get us over to King Park, which is in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? So we had to figure out a way to get there. You know what I'm saying? So every once in a while, we had to walk all the way up to Washburn, 50th Street, where the bus came from Southdale and turned on the Nicollet. So then we got on the bus there, but we had to walk from 60th and Nicollet all the way up there. You know what I'm saying? And big bro, dribble that ball, man. If you come with me, you got to dribble that ball everywhere. He would dribble that ball all up and down the court. He would dribble that ball all up and down the world, everywhere we went. It was sometimes the bus driver had to tell him, man, stop dribbling the ball, because he dribbled the ball so much. You know what I'm saying? And another irony is that at Michigan State, Tom Izzo used him in 4 positions in his middle 2 years, his sophomore and junior year. He had him at the point guard. He played point guard. He was a 6'6" point guard at Michigan State for 2 years. D1, top tier, Big Ten at Michigan State. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I had no idea. I just knew that unconditionally, I was telling this little dude that this is what you got to do in order to go hang out with me. In order for you to be considered with the big dogs, you got to go do this. So start stretching out again. Now, like I said, I told y'all the story about when I came back home from first year of college at St. Cloud. I come home and he's as tall as I am. So he's 6 feet now. So he's 13, 6 feet. Whoo! I'm like, oh man, we going to the league. I'm on camera saying, I look dead at him. I came home, the day I came home, I walked in the room. The dude stood up to me. I said, dang, dog. I gave him a little up and down look. I said, dang. I gave a little bit, looked around over the other side, up and down. I said, okay, all right, we're going to the league, bro. I told him that because I can see that. I can see it because I can see your dribbling skills. I can see your shooting skills. And plus, not only that, I done put the dog in you. You know what I'm saying? I done put the dog in you because what it was, when I started taking him around my friends to play ball and he was my height, now he could be considered because he's my height. Yeah, he was younger, a little bit timid, a little bit more timid, a little skinnier. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like people were like, oh, this guy, this is weak. You know, his age compared to my age with his height, people kind of looked at him like he was like weak, right? And like I said, once now he's my height, you know what I'm saying? So he about the same height as all the people we hooping with, right? So, and he's just like a little scrawny little dude. And they kind of making fun, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I took him out with the homies and stuff, like, Mom said I got to bring Allen with me, man. He's like, oh, man. My friend's like, oh, man. I'm like, yo, somebody didn't show up. We usually have 5. Somebody didn't show up, so we were 4 of us and need a 5th. I was like, yo, Allen, come on, let's play. He's like, man, your brother gonna play. I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, he cool, he good, man. He's nice. He's like, all right, man, all right. made a name for itself that day. He had a name that day. You knew who that dude was from that day. From that day, because he was just, I'm talking about like he boom, spin moving, dish, boom, boom, coming down, pulling up half court, and you know what I'm saying? Like he grabbing rebound, you know what I'm saying? Pushing the ball to the floor, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but that was from so many years of create and learn habits. So he could be 13 years old, 14 years old, playing with ninth graders, or excuse me, playing with 19-year-olds, and he could come down and dribble the ball in between them. He'd been dribbling through the city for 9 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, basically, you've been just dribbling around the city. You know what I'm saying? Gutters, sidewalks, grass, trees, park benches, bus benches. You know what I'm saying? Buildings, buses. You know what I'm saying? For some years, it's a learned behavior. Dribbling is a learned behavior. So now he can grab a rebound and okay, pressure. Okay, I've been up. I done weave through walls. You know what I'm saying? I done weave through park benches, man. I done weave through street lights. You know what I'm saying? So weaving through y'all ain't nothing. That's light work, man. And then coming down and just launching that thing up. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the ball at mid range with a cast on. You're just building arm strength. You're just building muscle memory, because this is really all you need. To shoot a ball, that's all you need. You don't need this. I don't know who taught people and kids that you need this, right? This is just a guide hand, honestly. That's all it is. This tells me my ball's going to the rack, boy. My ball's going to the rack. You know what I'm saying? But this is all you need. So my brother learning with that cast on and learning this muscle memory made it so that his shot was so nice, right? I didn't know what I was doing back then. But I know now. Player development is a lot differently than training. Player development is a lot differently than coaching. It's about the player. And so when my brother started to, you know, play with these older guys, he started to see his ability to compete with them. You know what I'm saying? Guys talking. I come from an era where we talk stuff, man. Like we talk stuff, man. We talk the type of stuff that make you want to go home and cry. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be able to hang with that and be out there and even start learning how to talk a little stuff back, but be able to just mainly take it and still produce at the level you needed to do, built a mindset of him knowing that he can compete against anybody. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just helped elevate his game to the next level. So wherever he was able to go to would benefit from, you know what I'm saying, his abilities, right? And they did. I mean, places that he went to did. I felt that because he was at Edison first. You know what I'm saying? I felt Edison didn't realize how to use him correctly. A lot of times, that's what situations young kids end in, is that people don't understand how to use them. Because a lot of it, honestly, is because of the player development. Because what did I say? The player development is all about the player. It's all about understanding that player's ins and outs and do's and don'ts, pros and cons, right? We talked about that player development breakdown, right? That's one of the most important things to be essential at being a good player development coach. You know what I'm saying? It's a very integral part of that. You have to figure out where the ins and outs is. And so with Allen at Edison, I felt that they didn't do that. They didn't realize how to use them correctly. And plus, they had a couple of stars on that team at that time too. Now don't get it wrong. Now Edison was getting busy. Now they had some dogs over there too. So you know, it was just that one time where I felt that Allen's aggressive. He was confident, but he wasn't conceited or cocky. And I felt some of the other guys on the team were more cocky. That's why they were getting more shine. This is the game, man. I'm spitting to you. I'm giving you guys insiders. I'm giving you guys gems. I give you gems when it comes to this sports stuff. I give you gems. You can take it if you want to. Otherwise, if you don't, otherwise, keep it moving. And fortunate enough, at the same time, my mom was, you know, with me, she was more so new to it. You know what I'm saying? Figuring it out, trusting the advice of other people. and just trying to kind of figuring it out. And plus, I was mainly so playing because I just love the game. You know what I'm saying? I just love just cracking niggas' heads. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand the business aspect of it. But once my mom started getting more about it, once mom started getting more into it and understanding about it, Alan come at the right time because she ends up moving him over to De La Salle. So moving him over to De La Salle was actually a great move. It gave him the opportunity to be the man. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy. He was the guy. You know what I'm saying? On the basketball court, football court too. He was just the guy that just, when it was time to get it done, you know what I'm saying? You could confide in him. You could go to him. He got it done. So and then plus not only that, his coach, Dave Thorson, had just a huge connection to Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that was the ease of him getting over into going to Michigan State. Honestly, I mean, I love Michigan State. I do. I bleed green. I do. I'm a real dude. You know me. I pop shots though. I do shots. And one thing I do want to admit is that we were recruited by Kansas. Roy Williams came to the crib to recruit us by Kansas. He went down to Allen Fieldhouse. And I told you about how they, brought the whole newspaper that said Allen Anderson comes home to Allen Fieldhouse, for when they were recruiting him. That was dope. And we wanted to go to Kansas. I mean, and our favorite color blue. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, I thought it was a done deal. I was like, once Kansas jumped on, you know what I'm saying? It was blue. I was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kansas was wild at the time too. Everybody popping off of Kansas going to the league. So, and he chose Michigan State, which, what I'm saying, I feel was a benefit for him, a better fit for him. It was just a different role, but I feel like it was a better fit for him for what was going on and what he needed to learn. One of the things about going to Michigan State was another conversation that I had with him after his freshman year. I think he averaged 9 points a game. I think it was like 3 assists a game, 3 rebounds a game, 2 assists a game. After his freshman year, and him, Chris Hill, Kevin Tolbert, and Timber Brackus had an amazing freshman year, all 3 of them, because they were I think they were ranked as the biggest freshmen for minutes, as coming in and having minutes, right? Because a lot of the guys from Michigan State left that didn't need to leave. Jason Richardson, Mo Pete, all these guys left, and they were supposed to be kind of, coming in and being behind those guys and learning and being there for like sophomore, junior years. But when those guys left, Richardson and all them left, Allen and them came in, and they had to jump right into the game. You know what I'm saying? They had to roll out. You know what I mean? I was probably averaging like 32, 34 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? The most for freshmen of that group, right? And I told him, I said, look, man, after the freshman year, I said, Mom, hey, we need to go to the thing, bro. I was like, we need to go to the league. See, another thing, I didn't know how it all worked at that time, but I knew how acting like a star. I know how to act like a star, straight up. That's why I went to Hollywood, man. That's why I see how they roll. I'm like, I blend just like y'all. Let me go back home. But anyway, but I knew how to be a star and how to get that stardom. And I was like, Allen, 9 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, 2 for a freshman at Michigan State, and you're 6'6". Go to the thing. What I should have said was test the market, and then if the market ain't good, then pull your name back. But I didn't know that. I didn't know the business part of it. But I knew what we needed to do. I knew when we needed to do it. I knew it was like that time, freshman right there. Boom, we could have been, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you would have been top 18, I think, for real. At that point in time, 6'6", can handle the ball like you can shoot like you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I threw it out there to him. I threw it out there to Mom, but they weren't all about knowing what that was, and I wasn't either. But I just kind of threw it out there, and in the long run, I think it kind of turned out to be better because he graduated in 4 years, which is unheard of. Graduating from a D1 college, playing sports is at the high level is very unheard of. Usually they do it in 5, but doing it in 4 was an astounding feat for him to do. And that took dedication from him, staying on campus during the summers, interning, getting jobs, going to class during the summer, and just being a part of the program for the whole 4 years, like literally 365 days of the year. And that's why he was able to finish and get his degree in 4 years, which is a great accomplishment for college athletes. So that's dope for him, man. But yeah, man, I felt we could have went to the thing. He ends up being asked, the point guard that was there when he was a freshman, he ends up going to the draft. He was supposed to, I think he was only a sophomore. He was supposed to be there for 2 more years. So he ended up going to the draft. So sophomore year, coach comes and says, Allen, man, I want you the best ball handler. You know what I'm saying? You the best ball handler, the best passer. So can we, you know what I'm saying? By default, it's always by default. And you could just put him there in the first place. But gave him the reins, said, yo, we want you to be the PG. You know what I'm saying? Moms didn't like it. I think I told this story before. Moms didn't like it. She was like, he's a shooting guard. I want my son to score. You know what I'm saying? And he could have scored, but I think he just wanted to hone into getting that pass off. A lot of people are like that. They want to get that pass off. They want to drop that dime, get their players involved. But at the same time, they need to go to yak on them. You know what I'm saying? They go to yak on them. And then junior year, same thing, PG. And then they had a guy in. He was a freshman. He got played limited minutes when he was a junior at the PG, taking him off PG. And then when he became senior, and that guard became the starting guard for Michigan State, then Allen was moved back to I think he was moved to small forward. Which he played everywhere. He played small forward. He played the shooting guard. He played the 4. He played the 4. He was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it attributes to those years, those younger years, man. And that's why my post that I did, very simple, man. It's very simple, man. You got to understand. You got to understand the phases, man. It's 4 phases, right? This is my player development. This is just player development, man. This is not for training. You trainers got your own path, right? This ain't for just coaching. This coaches, just coaching is his own category, right? This is for player development, developing the player. Because if you're developing the player, it's player. So the mindset has got to go in the mind, not the hands and all that, even though it all corresponds it, but it has to start here. Player development is huge, right? 1 through 5 years of age. Concentrate on the speed, right? The body's learning how to walk. It's learning how to have balance. And at the same time, why not teach it to move faster, right? What I mean by that, if you're learning how to walk, TJ in particular, this is why I love speaking the way I speak, because I got things and I got receipts that I could use, you know what I'm saying, to talk about what I'm talking about and prove what I'm proving, right? So TJ, when he was a baby and he was learning how to walk, those beaded things that you can put around you can put them in the microwave and heat them up, and you can put them around your neck. They had beads on them, you know what I'm saying? So they had a little bit of weight on them, you know what I'm saying? So I would put that on his, when he started learning how to walk, I would put that on his neck. You know what I'm saying? Put that around his neck. And so he'd be learning how to walk, and he had that little thing on, right? So he have a little extra weight. And then eventually, you know what I'm saying? I did it for a while too. And then eventually, once he started learning how to walk and have balance and stuff, then when I took it off, nigga, moving around fast as heck. You know what I'm saying? He used to be moving around fast as heck. One of the fastest on the floor all the time. The stuff I say crazy and insane, I know it is. It sounds as crazy and insane to me too, right? It does, but it works. So then we have between 6 and 10 years old. Between 6 and 10 years old, that's when you can start working out with the skill of the game, right? That's when hand-eye coordination, fundamentals, and the basics are important at this time. You know what I'm saying? Kind of learning how form shooting, learning your form, right? Learning your form, right? Learning shot mechanics, learning how to dribble, right? And keeping the ball low, keeping it between your knees. That's when you want to try to give them that stuff, right? These are moments where the learned behavior. This, for me personally, these are the moments where the learned behavior can apply. They could soak it up the best, right? Like I said, 1 through 5 speed, right? The body's already learning how to walk. It can soak up learning how to go fast while it's learning how to walk, right? So that's all I'm saying, because you can always teach speed. We got the best speed and strength coaches at Apple Valley High School. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, you can always learn how to get speed and how to have strength. Come holler at us out in Apple Valley. But anyways, 1 through 5, it's the best because it's walking at that time. So that's the best time the body can absorb that. 6 to 10 is the best time the body can absorb skill. That's when you want to start teaching them the game. You know what I'm saying? The body's already, ready to learn how to use these hands and these eyes and learn the mechanics and how to motion and how to do it correctly, right? So that's a good time for it to learn that. 11 through 13 is a good time to learn aggression. That is the best time for young people to learn aggression. And the reason why I word it the way that it is because it is the way that it is. Aggression is a part of life. You have to learn it. And in particular, how to apply it, how to take the pressure from it, and how to channel your emotions. At that age, because the emotions are coming. Balls are dropping. Women are beginning their menstruals, right? It's a lot of emotions riling up, right? Already, the body's already going through that transformation. Why not teach them about it? I know you're emotional today. I know you're charged up today. I know you're angry, but let's figure out how to work with it. Let's figure out why you are the way you are. Let's figure out how to channel that anger, especially into sports. Right? One of the biggest ways that most people do this, like I talk about our speed and strength training coaches at Apple Valley, in the gym, in the weight room. Just go in the weight room. Your girlfriend broke up with you? Go in the weight room. Right? And at 11 to 13 will be a good idea, a good time frame to teach them that, so that way when they're older, they already have it in their minds that, rather than me go out here and get crazy or crash out, I'm going to go to the gym. Right? Because it's becoming a learned behavior. Now, the biggest one for me, and I actually learned this. I knew about it, but I learned the actual word that I wanted to refer to it. The 14 to 18 years, the teenage years, right? The teenage years is about understanding. It's about understanding. This is when you teach them understanding. Why they doing what it is that they're doing. Why are you doing it, right? How can you correct it if it's wrong? It's bad behavior. How can we correct it? And just plain and simple, knowing how to figure some things out. Just plain and simple, man. Just plain and simple, having some dirty shoes. Just plain and simple, having some dirty shoes. Going to grab a rag, going to grab a toothbrush, put some Dawn soap in a cup, some hot water, some shout, stir it up with the toothbrush, scrub your shoes, wipe them off, brand new, right? You know what I'm saying, right? But that's a learned behavior, and that's a good time frame. These are only good time frames for them to be able to get that, because the understanding at 14 to 18 applies right before reasoning comes at 25. So if you give them an opportunity to understand, why are you doing it, right? Give them a question. Why are you doing that? Okay, why did you do that? Why did you take that shot? And that's what I had to learn too. A lot of times was the best way to do it was actually to let them speak first, because kids will tell you, just like women in relationships too. Like if you ask them a question, they'll tell you everything you need to know. They'll say everything that you need to know. You don't have to ask any more questions, right? I mean, you can ask more questions to be funny, you know what I'm saying? But they'll tell you everything you need to know. Like I've had kids come out. I'm like, so, and he already, well, hold on. You're already talking. What do you think I pulled you out for? Yeah, I did this, I did that, I did that. Like, honestly, I wasn't even pulling you out because of that. Like, yeah, that was all right. That was a miss. Yeah, cool, whatever. But that's not the reason why I pulled you out. So you gave me the explanation that you don't even know what you did, right? So now let's figure out how we can get you to recognize what you did, if it was wrong, and then hopefully you see that it was wrong, and then we can figure out a way for you to make the corrections. Then once you start telling me suggestions on how you can correct it, I know you know how to figure it out. Now it's just a matter of time, right? And that's what happens when they turn 18. It's just a matter of time for when they figure life out, when they figure this sport out, when they figure out what they want to be, when they figure out how serious they want to be at these sports that they're playing. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the player development part of it comes in at, is how serious do you want to be in this game? Where do you want to go with this? Because if you want to get to this level, I can tell you how to get to this level, because I've seen it done, been a part of it. It's player how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful out here, man. But all we got to do, man, all we got to do is touch these kids at the youngest moments, at the quickest times that we can get to them, and let them absorb that information so that it becomes something that's innate in them, and it becomes a learned behavior. It becomes a learned behavior. And that's what I learned that I did to my little brother when he was young. That's what I was telling him when he was young. I didn't know it at the time because I was young too. I didn't have a father figure in my life. But at that time, I was his father figure. You know what I'm saying? Because I was hanging with the big dog. So I'm coming back hanging with my brother, giving him the big dog mentoring that I'm getting. I'm like, nah, because they telling me, nah, they ain't enough. So I'm telling him, nah, they ain't enough. I'm telling them I want to play with the big dogs. They're like, nah, you too young. I'm telling them, nah, you too young. Finally getting my chance of getting rocked on. They like, yo, man, dude, nice, bro. Go at him again. I'm like, shoot, when he come play with me, I'm like, yeah, man, you nice. Go play at him again, man. Go at him again. I didn't know what I was doing back then. But as I got older, I started to realize what those things were, right? And that's all you can do, man. I was speaking to a parent the other day, man. Really, all you can do is you can put the gems in them, and that's it. And they got to figure it out, man. That's one of the reasons why I use this vessel. This is one of the reasons why I go on my own talk show and have conversations with you guys, is because I'm just going to give out the gems. I'm just going to give them out, man. Like, you can take them and apply them. I'm going to still do what I do, create the things that I create, become who I'm going to become, right? Don't matter. It ain't going to stop me. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I used to tell, you know what I'm saying, people, I used to tell people all the time, man, it don't matter if you know what somebody do. You got to stop them, man. That's it. Like, you can, Larry Bird was the best at that. I talk about that all the time, man. Like, you can know what somebody going to do. Larry used to tell people what I'm going to do. Larry used to say, look, I'm going to catch this ball. I'm going to dribble 2 times to the left, and I'm going to pull up left-handed on you. And the best defender in the world, he would tell this to the best defender, Xavier McDaniels, not only the best defender, one of the most knock you out dudes in the game. And he still couldn't stop him. This is real talk, man. This is real talk. I laugh, I smile, I joke. I give you the best of what I can give you. You know what I'm saying? But this is real talk, man. We trying to make these young men into stars, man. We need to turn these young men into stars, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of them want to be stars. And in order to be stars, you got to let them go. You got to let them go. You got to let them go, because you got to be able to see everything that they can do. That was one of the biggest things I learned when I was younger, is to be able to allow them to show me what they can do. And then once you show me, once you show me, I'll never think you can't do it, because you showed me. Because if you show me something, if you do something on the court, I can't unsee it. I done seen you do it. So now when I ask you to do it, this is what I don't get about people. Like, why do people get mad when people ask young people to do something? Most of the time that we're asking them to do something is because we just sat there and saw them do it. I just sat there and saw you. Don't lie, that was you. I mean, there's a whole bunch of light-skinned people out here in Apple Valley, so sometimes when I'm talking to some of these light-skinned dudes, it might be the wrong light-skinned dude, but otherwise, most of all you light-skinned dudes is doing what I'm saying y'all do. So you can't get mad at people that ask, especially coaches. You can't get mad at coaches that ask for the best and the most out of your kids. They saw it one time. They want to see it again. and again and again. We don't want you to take all these breaks from being best, being great. Because the more breaks you take from being great, the more opportunity people that are great all the time have to come in and take your place. So let us help you build this muscle memory, this learned behavior of being great every single day. This is easy out here, man. It's the God, man. I'm speaking this language to y'all, man. I hope you listening, man. I'm going to continue to speak it. I got a lot more to speak. I waited for this time, man. I'm going to say it again. So I hope you listen to it. Blessings. If you don't, it wasn't even meant for you. And that's on the God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me get up off of here, man. I gotta wash some clothes, man. I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff. I gotta give him a little dude. And I'm supposed to hang out tonight with the squad. My guy Trey Chirpy Derp, you know what I'm saying? Coach of the year, trying to challenge people. He trying to challenge people. Trey trying to challenge people. Let's go. So I'm pumped. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm pumped. It's gonna be really insane tonight. We out hanging tonight. We bowling tonight. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what the numbers look like tonight. After tonight, I'll let you know what the numbers look like. So don't worry about it. Don't worry your head. What's going on? You'll find out. Big ups to all my people that's supposed to be hanging out tonight, man. I'll see y'all tonight. Maybe have a good time, man. Enjoy some of this weather. You guys get out in Minnesota, man. Have a good time. I'll be back with you either tonight if it's not too late, or most just wait till tomorrow, which is going to be a possibility for tomorrow too. So let me go ahead. I don't know, because the weekend is here. I don't know where I'm going to be at. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where my son going to be at. I don't know where my little dude going to be at with me this weekend. So it's going to be crazy, all right? I'm going to get on here as soon as I can. Hopefully it won't be till Monday. I'll definitely at least do 1 or 2 more shows before Monday. So, and then I'll give you guys a heads up, man. But thank anybody for watching my show, man, tuning in to me, man, dealing with my crazy self. I love y'all. Love everybody, man.